Down, 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 down. Da, 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 da. Welcome everybody to another episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Suppoman, your superhero of cryptocurrency. In today's episode, we are going to be exploring what's likely to go up when the bulls return. In fact, what's likely to go up generally. We're going to take a look at the news. We're going to see some of the pain points out there and see what is likely to go up as a result of these. So if you are interested and excited to learn about these, then smash up the likes. Smash up the likes. In the meantime, I'm just going to make sure that I'm live and that you can hear me okay. Sorry if I didn't give you a chance to get a cup of tea before I told you on Twitter that I was going live. So it looks like I am live and you can hear me. Fantastic. So I chopped a load of my hair off. How does it look? What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. Do you like my hair short or long? So today the market cap's at 354 billion. In fact, it's gone to around about 350 billion. I'm not sure how real time these prices are because I think that the price is actually more around the low 8,700 mark. But essentially what we're seeing today is we are seeing a hell of a lot of red. Not double digit red, but yesterday the market was down anyway, so we are just seeing a further fall. The lowest it's kind of gotten down to is just under 350 billion. So what we're seeing is that uncertainty and fear is still there. Now, there are a number of things going on at the moment which could be causing this. One of these is that people are expecting one large dip before the bull run comes in April or end of March, whatever. But I think that people are just expecting for there to be that last dip. And so there's that fear of putting money in and buying stuff up when things are likely to go down again. So I think people are being very conservative with their money at the moment, and they're not necessarily putting money in until the confidence is restored. And personally speaking, I'm not going to put in just yet. I'm going to wait and see how the market reacts because there could be a much better buying opportunity. So what's happening? So today, Congress are meeting to discuss ICOs. And it's really looking at examining it from an educational point of view. Nothing is likely really to come out of it. There's not going to be, I don't think, any big regulation, or there's going to be a yes or a no. Do we start relaxing our policies on ICOs? Don't think that's going to happen, but they are literally getting together to talk. So as they say, I think it's going to be more of a kind of elementary kind of meeting. They're going to discuss initial coin offerings and and what it means to have the stance that they do, and it's going to be largely educational. Okay, so don't think this is having any impact, but it is going on today. Something is likely to have a bit of an impact is what's happening with Google. Google are planning to ban ICO and crypto advertising using Google AdWords in June. Okay, so we've already seen that Facebook have done very similar. They have either banned or are banning ads concerning cryptocurrencies and ICOs, and now Google are following suit. It's just seeming to be this kind of this kind of snowball effect of the kind of centralized social networks starting to ban the visibility and advertising of cryptocurrencies. So namely offerings, ICOs, exchanges, wallets, and trading advice. Okay, so this is the stance really with regards to Google advertising. This is not in relation to YouTube. Now, obviously, Google own YouTube, so there's nothing yet on YouTube, and I don't think it's likely. I think that is too much on the side of suppressing, kind of freedom of speech. So I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think YouTube have the nutsack to do it, basically, because a lot of people are watching cryptocurrency videos. Probably not so much now as they were during the bull run, but they are still watching them. And Twitter have also very recently said that they've started to move scam accounts, which is good, because every time I post something on Twitter, there's some idiot pretending to be me with a different they're putting Suppoman Udemy as their main name, but their kind of name is something completely random. And the reason why is because these scams are really working. People pretending to be me saying, send me 10 Ethereum, I'll triple it, or send me this and I'll send you some back. some more back, and then they get all these stupid robot accounts kind of saying, oh yes, got my Ethereum, and then they basically auto-like these statuses so that they go to the top of feeds. And it's so irritating at the moment. So I can see what Twitter are doing. They're not looking to strike, cryptocurrency discussion off completely. So this is, so we're seeing the social networks doing stuff, but, in the case of Twitter, they're not. But what this does leave the opportunity for is for the likes of Steam to start powering. Now, Steam is up despite everything else going down today. And this is a clear sign that the kind of decentralization and lack of censorship, which Google, Facebook, and Twitter, in a good way, are doing, this is like a counter to it. This is like stopping that censorship happening. So Steam is like the main social networking platform. It's mainly for, blogging. But with the likes of DTube, then we are seeing a potential solution if people do start getting their accounts on YouTube deleted, like me, for instance. I go to DTube. So, so I think the likes of Steam, the likes of InvestFeed, and social networks that kind of copy and replicate the systems that exist right now are going to start thriving. But Steam is certainly thriving despite what's going on. So, although there's some control being put down, it looks like we're going to have the replicant kind of models there to support just in case that happens. What else is happening? So, Binance are actually creating their own blockchain. So, as well as, literally being a centralized exchange, as well as having a token which gives you numerous benefits, they're now, Binance, having become probably the most popular kind of exchange around at the moment, are building their own blockchain. Now, I think that this is to make way for hosting a decentralized exchange. So if you have a look, they are considering decentralized exchanges because this improves the level of security. Now that Binance have this humongous amount of users, I think it's, well over kind of 8 figures now, 8 figures worth of users, then they have the volume, they've got the people there now to give volume to a decentralized exchange. Because if there's one thing that stops decentralized exchanges being highly investable, it's the fact that they don't seem to have the volume. They may have the security that centralized exchanges don't, because decentralized exchanges, your money is basically held on a smart contract. It's not a case of you having to put money on an exchange like you do with centralized ones. This is going to make it a lot safer, make your money safer. You're not putting it in the hands of someone else, and they are going to have the volume. So, therefore, Binance has gone right up today. Right now it's a bit down because literally in the last kind of half an hour, the market has gone right down. But this is one of the highest kind of values that it's achieved recently. Went up to $9.75, and I think people have taken out some profits. It's really gone up, and Binance could be one to get when you are looking to accumulate if the bears come for one last stab before the bulls start coming and taking over. What else? So, a new kind of CryptoKitties has been created by Xiaomi, which I think is like the one of the mobile phone manufacturers in China. And they haven't decided yet whether this Crypto Bunnies is going to be put on a blockchain yet. Okay, so they haven't decided. However, it's unclear at the moment whether the company is going to be using a public or private blockchain to support the product. Okay, so I personally think this is a great opportunity to use something, to use another blockchain other than Ethereum. Ethereum, we knew, couldn't cope with the volume that was caused by, people using CryptoKitties. So I think that using something like Neo or maybe even credits, testing it with credits and their alpha may be a really good idea, just to see if the claims that a lot of these infrastructures are making, or even Zilliqa, the claims that they're making about being a lot faster than Ethereum, a lot more powerful, having all of these different branch and side chains, this could be a good way of seeing whether, practically, whether these blockchains can survive, because Ethereum really did struggle. Now, with these gaming apps, Trinity have put a really good article out on Medium, which is where they are saying that a potential solution for these mobile apps is off-chain solutions, of which Trinity is one of them. And they are saying in this article exactly why CryptoKitties cause so many problems and congestion on Ethereum, and why off-chain is a potentially good solution. And this is one of the key reasons why I love the Trinity, the Trinity value proposition. And it's not just Lola. So, so I think that Trinity is showing a really good potential use case for them as these particular apps grow in popularity. There aren't many apps at the moment that you can get your hands on in cryptocurrency and purely enjoy. But CryptoKitties was one of them, and I think this is going to lead to the emergence of more gaming apps. And I think that Trinity is showing a good use case for that. Another cryptocurrency with regards to scaling that I am going to talk about in another episode is Archain. Now, Archain is a company I was hinting at on a Twitter post that I put not long ago about which cryptocurrency, currently valued at $2, has the potential to be worth anywhere between $400, $500 in the kind of next 2 years. That cryptocurrency is Archain. Now, Archain are a platform that it's an infrastructure platform that supports blockchain. And I think that the main value proposition is that everything is written with the Rolang language. Okay, so Rolang is going to enable concurrent smart contract execution. All right, so it's not going to wait for a block to be completed, then another block to be completed. It's the concurrent thing. So as transactions go through, it will effectively activate the smart contracts. And the Rolang language is going to enable smart contracts to be performed concurrently, to be performed very fast, a lot like what credits are looking to do. And these guys have already got a test net going. So I'm going to be reviewing this in another episode, but Archain is definitely one to look out for in the future, particularly because it's lost a lot of value recently. It went up, it spiked up, during the bull run, having been a very, very cheap ICO, and it was very cheap down here. If you managed to get some Archain, then well done you, because that was a very, very good decision. This has gone up to nearly $3. $2.90 or so, and now it is well under half price. So Archain, I think, is definite one for the future. I'm going to be reviewing this in another episode. Next, we've got an app. So there's an app. Circle have come out recently. They bought Poloniex, and they're going to be rolling out a crypto investment app. And this is an app, I think, very similar to Coinbase, where you can actually invest in things. So it's not really a news app or anything like that. It's actually in an app that you can invest with. And they're going to be rolling this out across the US, which isn't very helpful for those of you who don't live in the US. But anyway, this actually brings to light apps generally. Okay, apps used for investors. And so I'm going to be speaking a little bit about this token here, which is an ICO currently. Now, this app is a very, very interesting app. Okay, now the reason why it's very interesting is because it actually puts more tools in your hands than what is out there at the moment. And that's why I'm loving the cryptocurrency space. It's so early, and there's so many opportunities for companies to build apps that help people make better decisions. And that's one of the reasons why I like Vivid Token. Okay, so Vivid Token is an app for traders and investors to do a whole host of things. Not only has it got the ability, well, actually, let's present this in a better style. All right, let's present this in a slide style, just so I can make sure that my words come out all okay. And my computer is still acting really slow. And I know what you're saying. Why haven't you yet got a new computer? So it's coming. It's coming. So what is it about Vivid that is interesting? So Vivid are essentially an augmented reality token. Okay, so an augmented reality app. So it's for traders, and it's also a social app. Now, what you can do with this app, amongst many things, is you can view your portfolio in 3D and 2D, which is really, really odd, but also pretty cool. But I think what it largely has is the ability to do technical analysis on your mobile. All right, so you don't need to go to a Coinergy, you don't need to go to TradingView. You can do it on your mobile. You can plot your charting tools and you can put your indicators on. So that's what I like about this particular app. Okay, is that you can do technical analysis on your mobile, on the phone, in real time, anywhere, as long as you've got your mobile on you. So you've got the charting tools where you can put lines, trend lines everywhere, indicators as well. So you've got the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, the MACDs, the moving average, and a whole host of free tools. And also it's the augmented reality. Now this is probably less interesting to the serious investors, but more interesting for the millennials. And there are quite a few millennials that are in the cryptocurrency space that like to maybe take a really cool picture that they can share on Instagram or on Facebook. And this augmented reality allows for people to be snapshotted with, piles of cash with a Lambo behind them. It's essentially like Snapchat filters, okay? So you've got your phone, you're doing your pose, like that, and then behind you you'll have all sorts of things that they kind of plot, or they will filter your face or whatever. So it's fun. This is mainly for the millennials. Now Snapchat does about $1 million per day in augmented reality ads. So it wouldn't surprise me at all that these guys would use some form of monetary, solution to make money. Okay, so this could be really big. Could be. Okay, but amongst this, they've also got a social side. So you can share articles on Steemit and you can message members. It's essentially like Telegram, but more fun and probably a little bit more informal. Now, looking at the metrics, it's currently valued around about 6.1 million market cap. Okay, so it's going on at the moment. It's pretty much under the radar, and there's 106.7 million tokens that are going to be in circulation at 6.5 cents. Okay, now Snapchat, which is very similar as an app, is actually worth about $22 billion. Okay, so I don't think this is going to... I mean, Snapchat was one of the first disappearing text and picture apps. So I don't expect it to come anywhere near that level of popularity, particularly because it's so mainstream. But it shows you the potential that an app that has this augmented reality focus on it, it shows you the potential that this could reach. But ultimately, this is a really good app for anybody who is a trader or investor that wants to do more technical analysis. And also it's good for the people who do technical analysis, have created their models and can actually sell their models as well. So I really quite like it. I think it's a very interesting idea. It's certainly different from a lot of the ICOs around right now, of which there are just, in my opinion, too many. But the cream will rise to the top. Just because something's an ICO doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing, but you've got to kind of separate the rubbish ones, because there are so many people making ICOs right now. You've got to separate the rubbish ones from the really good ones, okay? Like the Yggdrashes, for instance, and the Zebbies, and our chain, which was very recently an ICO. And just showing you, the potential of Snapchat. I mean, Snapchat is today 21.6 billion. All right, so it's probably not having the best of days, but it just goes to show you the potential that can be achieved with apps, okay? Particularly investing in apps. And a lot of the people that invested in Snapchat are the ones that got involved in it before it actually was launched to the public. The angel investors that put the money in, got it at 0.5 cents a share or something like that, have now made billions based on its current valuation. So that's Vivid Token. Next, this is very, very interesting. So Coinbase has received an e-money license from a UK regulator. Now, personally, I'm happy about this because, they have... Coinbase has lost a lot of popularity with me, particularly recently, because they have kind of locked the GBP wallet. Okay, so there's no way I could cash out. But they're expanding their money services. Okay, so they've been granted an e-money license, and it allows greater features to be available to those in the UK. But this has obviously given Ethos a big kick up the backside. Okay, so Ethos, obviously, I'm hoping will be the people that kill Coinbase once and for all and get rid of Coinbase. Okay, so Ethos yesterday, Shingo Levine, the founder, He messaged Stephen Corliss, who's the strategy and compliance officer, and he is formerly from BlackRock. Now Shingo said, Stephen, have you seen this? And it's basically an article about a BlackRock portfolio manager leaving BlackRock. Okay, so what Shingo is almost intimating here is, have you seen about this guy? Can we get this guy? And Stephen goes, yeah, he's an old friend of mine, immensely talented, unique, and a powerful investment mind. So it looks as if, you know, Ethos are going to be making a move to poach this guy. His name is Vishal Karir. So they're looking to snap him up and add to their superstar team that they've already got. So I think that this is going to be a really competitive space for the wallets. Okay, really good. So I think Ethos, they're going to be bringing out their wallet later this month. I think this is where you're going to see the proof in the pudding. I think it's going to be magical. I can't wait for Ethos to come out. So Mexico, so I'm nearly at the end. Last thing to talk about is this. What is the appetite right now? What are people really liking to invest in? So me and Box Mining pretty much at the same time, I did it first. Me and Box Mining basically put a vote out at the same time. What kind of coins do you prefer to invest in? So I gave small cap coins, so the ones that are under 250 million at least, but particularly the ones newly listed, small cap ICOs, top 11 to 80 coins, which are the mid cap coins, or the top 10 coins, the larger cap coins. And actually, I found the results to be very, very interesting. So I think more of my followers like the higher risk, high reward cryptocurrencies. Okay, I think that's what the appetite from my followers certainly are. So 35% were in favor of the new small cap coins. All right, and then the 11 to 80, and then the small cap ICOs, and the larger coins. People aren't interested, which probably reflects in why on CoinMarketCap a lot of the kind of top 10 coins aren't really thriving at the moment. Okay, so Box Mining did very similar, and his results were different. So basically the top 80 coins, the top 10 and the top 11 to 80 coins scored the highest. These are the ones that people prefer in his channel. So he's obviously got more of the, I think, lower risk, lower reward, but at the same time they go up, they have lesser risk. So it goes up a bit more consistently. But small cap coins is still very popular. It's only 4% behind these two. So I think that small cap coins are really the point at which people are going to be looking to invest in more cryptocurrencies. These are the ones that people see the biggest opportunity in right now. And in tomorrow's episode, I am going to be looking to bring you a small cap cryptocurrency that so many people have been messaging me about. And I've taken a look at it, and actually is really under the radar right now. So I'm going to be talking about this coin. So let me know in the comments, have a guess at what that coin is, okay? Because it's going to be very interesting. And now I'm going to open this out and see what you guys are saying. Smash up the likes, by the way, peeps. Smash up the likes. It's radical. The rise and fall. Smash up the likes. Only 258 likes and 1,400 people watching. Smash them up. I'm going to join you. Like smashed. Let's see what you guys are saying. Ncash. Hey, Wendy. Good to see you. Who else is here that I recognise? Michelle Williams is here. Barry's here. Anyone else? Can't really recognise many other people. People, you got to make yourself more known to me. Okay, Fusion. No, it's not Fusion, but Fusion is very good. Yeah, there are a few people getting it. There are a few people getting it, but I'm saying nothing. I'm not saying anything. Because people are just going to, you know, buy it up and hope that, and sell it tomorrow. That's just what people tend to do. Thank you for all the happy birthday messages. I appreciate it. Hi, Milos. I don't know Deeks. I don't know what Deeks is. Just the main ones. Stefan. Hello, Stefan. Boontech. It's not Boontech. Debitum, it's not Debitum. I've spoken about Debitum. Debitum got launched on KuCoin yesterday, but I think that it got launched. This is why OneChain are not coming out, basically. Because right now, you launch, you drop. Okay, you launch, you drop. And I think that OneChain are just basically biding their time. I think we're probably going to get OneChain in April. Personally speaking, I think OneChain is coming in April. Hero, thank you, Aaron. Origin Trail, it's not Origin Trail, but I am interested in covering Origin Trail, so I'm going to put that down as something to bring, because I know that you guys have been asking for Origin Trail forever. Bread Wallet is going off. Bread Wallet's going off apparently. Bitcoin's gone up a little bit. Let's have a look at Bread. I do own some Bread, although my love is Ethos. But there's nothing wrong with some healthy competition. 53 cents! That is insane! That is unbelievably low. It's not Electronium. Yeah, I know. What do you think of the haircut? Do you like it? Let me know, let me know. Zebi. It's not Zebi. I've spoken about Zebi a little bit, but, you know, it's in the limbo between ICO finishing and launching on exchange. So, you know, Zebi is definitely, it's like a home run coin, basically. It's a home run. Really like it. A few people have got it, so, you know, you can wait and see tomorrow. Any other questions? Bella Adams Mason, my kids love watching you. Can you give them a shout out? Yes. Dylan and Ruby, thank you for watching. You are legends and heroes, both of you. T-Food. Yes, T-Food is on IDEX at the moment, is it? They're not showing it on CoinMarketCap. T-Food is a great one. T-Food is another one of those supply chain management cryptocurrencies, like Modem. Modem is about making sure that pharmaceuticals are kind of like held in the right conditions and, you know, and taken care of before going to the consumer. Okay, so that you're making sure they get, you know, the right kind of pharmaceuticals, that it's not you know, it's not counterfeit. And I love these kind of supply chain management tools, these RFID kind of tools. And T-Food is basically the same, but for food. So making sure that food don't, you know, is stored properly and healthily and all that. Love the idea. Obviously, I'm not sure how much of a pain point it is because, well, I've personally not had many problems, but this is to make sure nobody gets, you know, these kind of food-related illnesses because of how the food's been treated in storage and also counterfeit. So I love those items. T-Food I like the sound of. I haven't got any, but I will undoubtedly get some at some point. And look to get some during the hopefully bearish period coming out. Now you're probably saying, Superman, why are you saying, why do you want a bearish move? I just do, because I think this is where people are going to start prospering. Look at the price of Neo today, $77. That is just banal, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. Milos, you are my Capricorn brother. Yes, I am Capricorn through and through. Actually, I don't even know if that's necessarily true. Is it mainframe? No. What's your opinion about Utrust? I love Utrust. And it's just, you know, right now is just not the time. If you're expecting right now for cryptocurrencies to just go up magically, you're deluded. I'm sorry to say it, you know, but it just can't happen right now, because if it goes up, it will go down. Simple as that. Simple as that. If it goes up, it will go down. Substratum is a perfect example. This was 47 cents. It had a nice spike the other day when DataDash did a video talking about, you know, the upcoming developments and what's going on with it. And yet it has absolutely significantly tanked in the last 24 hours. Now is not the time for anything to go up. Don't hope for your cryptos to go up. Hope that they don't go down too significantly if you've just bought them and you don't have any fiat to buy any more, any crypto to buy more. But don't expect it and don't hope for it to go up, because it will only come back down again. It's only good if you are trading it. So, you know, so just at the moment, you've just gotta hold tight, because no cryptocurrency is going out. Yes, I've been horrendously burnt, because I hold to my cryptos. I won't sell them. Utrust is 15 cents, which is it's a crime in my opinion. And Quantstamp, let's have a look at Quantstamp, another one that's really, really low price. This is like lower than it was back in November when it came out. So, you know, I think ultimately, you know, these are due for an enormous rise. The ones that fall the hardest are the ones that rise the hardest, okay? So that's what you've got to look at when you're thinking of accumulating more cryptos before the bulls come. You want to be getting them, the ones that have really fallen, because those are the ones that are likely to absolutely rocket once the market's back up. Right, I think that's it. Can I get a shout out to St. Joseph's Villa? Yes, St. Joseph's Villa. Thank you, kids. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be making a move now because I think I've been speaking for quite a while right now. So I'm going to be going. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I love all of your attendance. All of you, you die-hard Team Suppoman fans. Very grateful that you're here, despite the fact that cryptocurrencies go through a massive kind of lull at the moment because, you know, it's just not that interesting, is it? It's just not that interesting for the most part. But for people like me, I love it when it's like this because it's just a signal that buy time might be coming and might be coming very soon. So watch out for that, peeps. Watch out. Till next time, peeps. Thank you for joining me today on this episode. I'm thankful you were here, and I'll see you next time. It is lights out, all out.